You know, honestly, the thing about these stick builds are they do kind of come apart a little easier. You're just gonna pull these out, you know. But I'm gonna do this the way I shouldn't do it. What I am gonna do before I get started is I'm going to pull that out. I wanna reuse that if at all possible. There's one here. I just like these. So I'm gonna keep those. There's nothing to save from that, as cool as they are. Right now, I'm documenting it. I may go back with something like that on both sides. Oh, goodness gracious. We are not doing this, probably. But look at this. This is filth. Something came in here eating nuts, acorns, and chickens regularly. How terrible is it? I mean, it's just nasty. So I don't want to be in amongst this a whole lot. And I know how to make these. No problem. I want to save the sink, not saving the stove. Sorry. Oh, I do have to save that though. Oh, that's why I didn't save it. But I will. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to, these guys right here, looks like they were just nailed in. Well, I was hoping they were screwed in, because they're screwed in right there. The rest is just a bunch of nails. So I don't know if I am going to be able to get that out. I'm going to try my best. Take the screws out and then maybe pry it a little bit. I don't want to spend a bunch of time in here. It's been airing out, but doggone, son. No thanks. No thanks. I'll let you know what I did. How you like them apples? Oops, forgot to take the stove out. Told you I'm not getting in there. Oh, the humanity. I just started at the back and then I grabbed a hold of the top. I just yanked on it and yanked on it. And it finally fell down. Because like I said, a stick built, all you gotta do is take one of the pieces away and then it's gonna come down. Not that it's not safe, because it is. It's lasted, but it's easier to tear apart, I guess would be the kinder, gentler way to say it. Yep. Now I just gotta keep going piece by piece and I'll get it done. I know it hasn't been long. I want to give you a quick little update, because things are happening. Oh yeah, I want to save that sink, I hope. Potty closet. Nope, that's the door side. Potty closet over here. Little brass plumbing. Let's make sure we save that. Not. But it is crumbling in my hands. There it is. All right. Okay, one last tear down. Show you a couple things. Junk. Gotta pull that out, and then that's all going on that pile. If you remember, I always try to save, let me see if I get a better shot. That piece of track. It came out real sweet. I'm just gonna keep it and reuse it. And then that came out in one piece. Not that I don't, I already know, but I like it. There's not much to measure on this dog. Look at that, ran right over its own wheel well. Good thing I got an extra one laying around somewhere. But look at this guy. How about them apples? So I think I'm going to rake this off, let the wind disperse it back to Mother Nature. I'll clean up all this stuff, and then after, I don't think today anything's going to happen other than this. And I think maybe tomorrow I may do something with this, if it even, I mean, look. I mean, really, fortunately, I just did one of these, and I've done a couple more in the past. I know how they work. I can piece it back together. I mean, there's not much there, boys. A lot of that there. Him and his pals lived rent-free in my trailer. All right, let me clean this mess up. Barely sprinkling, so I don't have much. Most of it's going to be a guess, but I don't care about actually the plywood. The only measurement I had to have off the plywood was that 107 we just talked about. The rest of this does not matter. I could figure out if they went 4 foot this way and 4 foot this way, and then the left over here. I just need to know where the leftover part is. Sometimes it's right in here. So I don't know. That's the only part. But I can find a seam. And it's going to be right here, I'll bet. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. I'll figure it out when I tip it up. Let me show you this angle right here. See, here is where that ends. And this comes up a whole nother inch. It just keeps that angle going right there. And that angle on the back is a little more stern than the one on the front. Same thing here. This is the end of the plywood. It comes down. That is, I'm going to guess, about 6 to 7 degrees on the angle, or percent as I would normally say. And then this does the same thing. I don't think we can see it that good here. Yeah. And so you could see that that's a whole nother inch up. Okay. Now remember, it's going to be almost an inch, because we got 3/4 stick, plus we've got that 1/8 inch Luan and some glue. That's going to be almost an inch to add on outboard of this. So I measured. Hey, did I show you this yet? I think I did. He's just up there curled up, relaxing. So remember, we want to take those measurements. I'll keep this as long as I can. I've got to take that to the dump this weekend. I think it's 76 is what we need. I'll take a look. I'm trying to see, because there's no, where's the outriggers? The outriggers are even with this. So the outriggers aren't even holding up the wall like they normally would for the things that we work on. So, I mean, you can just see this thing that is a layer of rat poop from this guy that I just couldn't get going. And so this is all roached out. So is this, so did that, and that's why I had that issue there. That's probably not going to be repairable with my limited skill set. This is all trashed right in here. So I'm wondering if I can't just like take a Hulk smash, and then these all come out, all the carriage bolts. I don't know. We'll see. So I think my first plan of attack is I'm going to move this over there, pop the top. I may even just take a quick measurement from there to there, so I know where I'm at. That's the only other thing I really need. After that, I'll get it flipped up, and then I just need to see where these are. You know, and again, when I said I'm going to do 30% more, this is just a 1x4. See that? You know I'm going to use a 2x4. And then just cut it down. That's probably 3 inches. I'll just cut that down. So we have 2x4s. We're trying not to spend money. And I'm trying to keep you updated here and there what I'm spending. But the floor will not cost me anything. I have materials on hand that I did not pay for I just keep my eyes open. Okay, let me get going on that. I actually need this piece. It looks to be in a pretty good condition for measuring. I'm gonna set it off to the side. That really wasn't that bad, honestly. The bolts were very rusted out, so they went pretty quick. But next step, move it over, flop it off, and then I'm going to make the determination of how we're going to move about this. I'm going to cipher on it a little bit because I do want it to be as strong as possible. I don't want any of this every time you walk on it. So I may still go to 3/4. I'm gonna cipher it out. I'm gonna plan it out, and I'm gonna construct it. But that's for another video.